Hello and welcome back to your Small Spaces movement practices. Today we're going through a restorative yoga sequence for sleep. This is something I feel all of us struggle with at some point in our lives, is sleep patterns, figuring out what works best for us before bed, while we're sleeping, when we wake up, all the things like that. So today we're going to try some postures that release tension in certain parts of our body that can prevent sleep or just generally bring us back to that state of rest and digest and out of that monkey mind, as we call it. I'm on a mat, but you can be on any soft space you have. No props are required today. You will want to have a wall though. We're going to start with the wall. We'll do legs up the wall. So you'll come down, and then it's not the smoothest way or transition to get to the wall, but it's always a little awkward. But you'll bring yourself right up to it. You want your tail as close to the base of the wall as you can, because then you'll really feel the effects of that inversion. And then you'll place your legs up. If you have room, you might take a goalpost of your arms. Otherwise, hands can rest onto you. Take notice of your breath, its consistency, its texture, and its temperature. Allow all that fresh blood to flow back down to your head and your heart. Your legs at the wall here has been known to help with insomnia. And in general, inversion's just good for us, supported or unsupported. Good for blood flow, circulation, and relieving our body from the effects of gravity. We'll stay for a couple more breaths here. I'll offer one more inversion to you while we're here. It's basically an inverted butterfly or Supta Baddha Konasana. So drive bottoms of your feet together, knees can open out to the sides. The more that you bring your feet and your heels down towards your center, the more of that inner thigh stretch you'll feel. And you're welcome to gently push your knees open. I'm out of space, so I'm just gonna hang here. But the more that you push your knees open towards the wall, the more of that sensation you'll get on the inner thighs and the hips. No matter where you bend, slowly start to roll off and away from your wall. For our next pose, we'll come into embryo garbhasana. It's basically a more internally focused version of your child's pose. So bring your legs and your knees together to touch. Start to reach your forehead or crown of your head down towards the mat. Arms can rest along by your sides, palms face up towards the ceiling. Always an option to add a gentle rock or sway side to side. Helps us settle into the postures, but also has been known to have positive effects on that release of our nervous system, soothing us in ways almost like when we were little. Gentle motion. And then when you're ready, you're welcome to find some stillness. On your next inhale, start to stack yourself back up to your kneeling position. And then we'll come all the way forward down onto our stomach. And we'll start with a quad stretch. So I'm going to do my left leg first so you can see. Always a plant trying to be near me. Right forearm will come out in front of you. Bend your left leg. And then grab for your left foot, ankle, even more towards the shin. Sometimes even just that reach and holds can feel like enough. But you're welcome to add an extra little tuck under of your tail. As you can see with my hips, there's a pull and tuck under. Allows me to bring the leg in a little more, but actually feel the stretch a lot deeper. For the last few breaths here, you're welcome to add a little massage of your foot. I like to use my thumb to press into the pads of my feet. Find a little bit of self-touch and connection is really important when we're struggling with sleeping issues. Because I know, at least personally, I tend to get frustrated with myself and my body. So sometimes bringing ourselves back to that connection can help us to hopefully relax a little bit and be able to sleep. We'll switch our legs. Left forearm can come out in front. Bend your right leg. You can grab anywhere along the foot or up towards the shin. I know I like to get in there a little extra, so I'm going to tuck my tailbone underneath me and then pull my heel in a little bit more. I'm just going to add that little foot rub or massage again. Raise both legs long, both arms can stack out in front of you. We'll find a few moments here in our belly, down rest. If you'd like a little digestive system release, find really deep belly breaths. So inhale and fill your belly, push into the mat. And exhale, filling it, pull back in. Sometimes digestive issues can keep us up at night, so this can be a nice option. So to bring your hands underneath your shoulders and then slowly press up to a tabletop. And our remaining postures will be down on our back, so we'll be on our back. And our first will be our half wind removing pose or wind relieving pose. Stretch your left leg long, hug your right knee into your chest. And then open your knee out towards your right armpit, feeling that squeeze and compression. Hence, what the name suggests, it might make your breaths a little less deep. And it helps to compress air and then allow more air to be released once we let our leg go. I find breath is always a really powerful component of what's going on with my sleep. And similar to working down on our belly, this helps to relieve any digestive issues. It compresses your descending colon. Slowly release your right leg long. Hug your left knee into your chest. I always start center before I then pull it across towards my left armpit. Draw your left knee back to center. Hug your right knee into join. Find full when we're moving pose. So as opposed to any kind of tiny ball where we're finding more flexion with our spine, for full when we're moving pose, we're looking for the back of our head all the way down to our tailbone being really ironed to the ground. So find that length, reach your tailbone long as you hug your knees in. That's where you'll feel that big compression of chest, air, belly. If your low back is something that bothers you, this is often a pose that I recommend to people to relieve any cramps, spasms, anything like that. And we'll just take a couple breaths. And softly start to release your legs long. Arms can come long by your sides as well. Finding your final resting pose, Shavasana. I'll call you out when it's time. Bring some life back to your fingers and your toes. And one final time, slowly gather both knees into your chest. And roll to right or left side for supported fetal pose, using your arms as a pillow. And press yourself up to a tall seat. Roll your shoulders up and back. Take a nice deep breath. Draw your hands to your heart. Thumbs up to your third eye, the seat of your intuition. We'll seal our class with a bow of gratitude for our bodies and for their ability to sleep and rest. So important. I hope this flow helps you to sleep a little bit better at night, whether you do it in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening. All versions are welcome. I'll see you next time.